You want to start with it?
Alright. There's no greater agony than bearing a story untold inside you, said Maya Angelou. Good evening, Toastmasters, and most welcome guests. It's a joy to be here among brave hearts who show up every week, for their growth, for their voice, for their story. So I'm really happy and cherished to be here. Let me start with a confession. I wasn't always this confident. In fact, I remember during my school days being this dusky, overweight, underconfident girl who was always bullied for the way I, looked, mocked for my broken English. And over the years, I came to believe, and I thought to myself, that probably silence is better than speaking up. I remember this one time when I was in school, I basically wrote a poem, and that poem was really appreciated by my teacher, and she insisted that I must read that out in the assembly. So I am ready to go up on this stage, and just when I was about to speak, I froze. I was totally frozen. I was staring at a sea of students looking at me, and a long, awkward silence followed. And eventually, the mic was taken away, and so was a piece of my confidence. That particular time was, something that I felt that can I just lock myself up and never come out? But then, I think at that time, somehow I mustered the courage. Because life has its way of preparing you for what you're really meant to do. So I mustered all the courage. I took up volunteering opportunities to speak wherever I could. And there was this one profound realization that I had, which is that your story doesn't need a stage to be powerful. What it needs is your voice. And that voice is already there within you. We live in a world full of, people who are, we live in a world full of unrealism and chaos which lacks depth. These reels, likes, applauses, they're all fleeting. But authenticity, that is what echoes. Despite knowing that fact though, most of us hold ourselves back because of these common lies that we have come to believe. What are these common lies? The number one lie is, I don't have anything special to say, right? How many of you agree? I don't have anything special to say, but what if I told you, you do? Your story, your voice, your pain, your journey is yours, is unique. Nobody has lived the life you have, so you do have something to speak. The second lie that we tell ourselves, what if I mess up, right? The fear of failure. We always think to ourselves, I am not going because what if I mess up? And let me tell you, you will. You will. You will, because I still fumble. I just did. Nobody is perfect, but it's not about perfection at all. And the third lie we tell ourselves is, I am not like those big speakers who speak on stage. But what if you knew that the world doesn't need another big speaker speaking on another big stage? The world needs you, your story, right? You must be now thinking that it's all fine, Chetna, like how do we actually achieve it, right? So I have a few pieces of advice that can help you channel your strength, that can really help you bring out your stories that you want to share. The first is accept all your chapters of life, even the unedited, messy ones. Because all the heartbreaks, all the setbacks are not the stains on your journey or in your story. They are your story. The setbacks are your story. The pain is your story. The lessons are your story. So embrace it. The second piece of advice would be to really feel before you try to impress. Because it's not about impressing. It's about connecting with the audience. It's about, even if you're able to make one person feel better with what you're saying, your purpose is solved. And the last but not the least is to not chase perfection, but what? Expression. Expression. Express yourself. Because expressing isn't something that comes naturally, it isn't something that is poured onto somebody that you can, only if I tell you something you would be able to say. That expression comes with all the lessons and journey that you have gone through already, and you can just share. Maybe you think that particular lesson or story is not going to help a ton of people, but what if it just helps that one person? So let me leave you with certain actionable points that you can actually do, and you might choose to write if you wish, is number one, write one paragraph about a moment that changed you, even if no one reads it. Number two, and please do this, share one story, one truth in your next speech that you've never shared before. The power of vulnerability. And last but not the least, stop waiting to be fully ready, because your story is already worth being told. Thank you, and please keep speaking.